Right, welcome back to Old Ridge. I've rented the larger trailer. We're just starting to forage this field here, and although it will say the same day as before, take it from me, it's not. It's the way that I have to run this. This is later in early spring. Kylie's back on the job, and we are going to forage 12, or as much as we need to fill the fermenting silo up. Now, before we really get into one other thing to say. A week ago, by the time you see this, Andy of GTX Modding decided enough was enough, and the final straw was yet again someone stole one of his mods. Not just stole it, but also changed the version number, changed some of the fixings, and the cheek of it was that it even said that we at PCSG had tested it. Be aware we have not tested this. It's the AR pack, one of those massive packs he just brought out. If you see that anywhere, it's not official, it's not supported. If you get problems with it, you're on your own. We at PCSG will not support it. So Andy has cried enough, he's had enough of it, and I just can't say blame him. Yet again, someone has stolen a mod. And apparently this is on all over the place at the moment. Andy's been on the edge of quitting for some time. Through this one issue of people just taking this stuff and not even, in some cases, not crediting him. In this case, changing the version number, altering the mod itself, and not even asking him. Normally I wouldn't do that on an Old Ridge video, mention such things, because it's not what I do on Old Ridge. On Old Ridge I try and stay as roleplay, but I'm afraid I can't do it on this one. I just don't quite feel the need to do a proper Old Ridge, so I'm just going to carry on with this, and I'm just going to chat. I'm not going to chat about too much because I am so angry at the moment. It seems that what we've got is a lot of scumbags who don't give a damn about other people's hard work. They want to take the credit, they want to be the ones, oh look, I've got this for you. No, they flaming haven't. They did not chase around getting the rights to use the scripts in there, which I know Andy has, and I know he's very hot on crediting everybody who uses this stuff, or whose stuff he uses. I'm almost speechless with it. But not long after Stevie retired early because of this very issue, we got someone else, another one of the top modders. I haven't known about GTX modding for too long. It brought to my attention on PCSG through this very issue on another mod he'd made. AR again, I think it was, had been put onto ModHub without Andy's permission. He managed to get that off because John are quite good at that. You can furnish proof that you are the modder and who put it up isn't, they will soon take it down again. But anyway, yes, if you want the official GTX modding stuff, he puts it onto ModHoster. We have been in talks with him to get him to put stuff on PCSG, which he's more than willing to, and we were just in the process of sorting all that out when this comes up. But just beware, there will not be, if you have a problem with it and you get in touch with PCSG because you see our name in the credits, you'll get short shrift, I'm afraid. I know it's not your fault that you've inadvertently downloaded a stolen mod, but we will not be supporting it. You have the correct mod and we will support the wrong mod, and you're on your own. Alright, so we get on to something a bit more pleasant. I will do a little bit, I will try a little bit of the story. I don't think we're going to need too many loads actually. Look at this, not with this trailer. And I actually had to buy a new header for the I bought the wrong one. I didn't buy the modded one by what was NOEB, no SOB modding, which will cut alfalfa, and the standard one won't. I'm running this with Kylie's being played by Auto Combine, Alcoholic Charles as they used to call it, and I'm doing the JCB work. The case is still in the garage and the brakes looked at. They have actually done it, but I'm not going to pick up yet. And you can see we're a bit short of cash now because I have to buy the right header because I had the wrong flying header. I'm going to put the cash right on that, by the way. I'm not going to take a hit for that. But the rental of this trailer I will. I hope some of you, of the scumbags who steal mods, by the way, get back to that again. Watch this video. I don't care what you do to my stuff. You can take it and pull it apart and do what you like with it. But this isn't a mod, this hasn't taken me a lot of man hours to do. It takes a fair amount of time, but it doesn't take. Well, take Seasons for example, there's about 4 or 5 in that team, and they have been on it for 6 months solid. It should give you some idea of how long it takes to do a mod. And it isn't just doing the mod, it's also finding all the holders of the different scripts you use, who's got the rights to them, so you can credit everyone. Alright, now we should get a word in there. There we go. This disc is a bit big on there, or the cutter is a bit big on there, and actually I think it's not quite as big as it's reported to be. Not at the moment. It's been leaving in some place at the side. All I haven't drawn the edge of the field board rope. Oh, under the cover. We'll find it. But I reckon about 3 load and we'll be done. And we might try and do that in this one. But fun and games of trying to sort out that my mods in here are all kosher, which I believe they are. Mine is a 15 game. But people, if you want to have mods, respect the modders. Okay, some of them can be complete idiots, but without them, the game wouldn't be worth playing, in my humble opinion. Oh, not so humble opinion, I've never been really accused of being humble. It's the best way to play is with mods to do exactly what you want. But if you keep doing this, you won't have any modders, and you won't have any mods. It's as simple as that. Or you will be down to some of these awful things we see at the start of every new farming sim. Frankly, they're not really worth downloading. If we lose all the best modders, gaming might as well disappear. I play a lot of games, and I have done all my life, and I play a lot with mods, and I always try to get from the correct author that recommended download site, except I will refuse to use uploaded.net, as you all well know by now. My views on that have been well aired. I don't think we need go there again. The problem is, as you get good at this game, this modern game, people get jealous and decide, well, I can't do as well as that, I'll pinch it. Right, I'm going to cut across this. One thing about here, I haven't got any crop destruction on, unlike 17, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Just look very well. I think I only needed to rent this for a couple of hours, but I've rented it for the day, which is a mistake. Easily made. Long time since I used the rental mod. Alright. Go around this way, I think. Go past Darren's. And I've been playing Darren's Aldridge 17 some more with more realistic seasons mod course play. I did have a gearbox mod, but I had to take it out because it went wild when I was using it with course play. Like it would one of the Lua files was equal to 0, and it didn't like that. So I decided the easy way to take gearbox mod out, and these were all the latest versions at the time, which should have worked with each other, but they didn't. But that's the fun of playing a heavily modded game. You never know what's going to work and what isn't. One of the reasons I ain't actively been looking for new mods for Aldridge. The stuff I've got here works, that's good enough for me. And I will next time get back to storytelling, but this time I'm not in the mood. So we'll just do it straightforward. Let's do a little bit of foraging, and I'll try and calm down. Hope we are in the right place, aren't we? There. Just come out again so we can see. Yeah, ignore how that goes there. Oh yeah, I think possibly one more load. Mind you, we can do a couple of load. I think we can put that into the feed store. I think the next one, what I'm going to do is just take it down to the feed store first and see if it will go in there before I overdo it, because if not, it's going to be a very short episode. It probably will be short anyway. As I say, I'll calm down quite a bit to when I first read this on the PCSG forums this afternoon. I knew that another one had been stolen, but I didn't think that's as bad as it was. They'd actually altered the mod and renumbered it, and then used our name at PCSG in as, I think, the testers or something like that anyway. Or we had, Andy had kindly given us a mention, and they kept that in to make it look kosher. If you see this mod, it's version 1.2 of his AR pack. It's not Andy's work. It's not GTX. It's someone else's work, or someone else's copy of his work. So beware. You don't know whether it will work or not. I'll get too quick. Oh, so we're on Courseplay, not Auto Combine. Auto Combine still didn't want to know. I don't know if that didn't work too well as it's modded forage harvester, or it didn't like the header, which is also modded. But we're on Courseplay, so I don't remember. After 3 circuits, it will start going up and down. And we'll probably the eagle-eyed amongst you would have seen that on glance. That's my hot chocolate finished. I don't normally get a chance to drink it when I'm making a video, I just don't feel like it. But, today, I'm too busy thinking of a storyline today, I'm not. Yeah, I'll just let you in this little secret. I go into a video on Aldridge with a rough idea of what's going to happen. But I'd never know until I start the recording gear up and start the game up what is going to happen. I'm as much in the dark as the rest of you, and I think it shows. So I go in there, I have a rough idea what's going to happen, something what I need to get into the storyline. How I get there, I don't know until I start yammering on. I don't know if BP does it the same way, but it's worked for me for 131 episodes up till now, plus a whole load of specials. Oh. Well, come on. This is froze better than some of them. We're almost there again. Now I want to go down to the other way first, to the feed store first, see if it will tip in there. Oh, I can't actually remember offhand. I probably could just check, but what's the fun in that? I feel the food's gone all strange. Try not to damage too many of the cars around here. I will be doing, as soon as I get enough time to do a side by side of Aldridge 17 to Aldridge 15. I think it's remarkably similar, but within the confines of what 17 will allow you to do, it's a little bit more restricted than some things. Strange as that may sound. I'll have to keep reminding myself, especially when I go back onto Aldridge 17. I've got more realistic, and I cannot go quite as mad as I've been going on this on the corner. And having turned a tractor and trailer over already, and almost turned another one over the other day. Good job I'm not actually recording that, because You lot would have a field day. Right, let's see if this will actually tip in there. Try and remember where the pit actually is. No, I won't. But I think this will be the last load to go into the silage silo. I think we'll be finishing here. Short and sweet. I'm not gonna that off. That's 20 minutes. We could start filling the bunker up outside the farm, just for the hell of it. Just to keep this going a bit. This is the only one I'm cutting, is 12. I'm not going to cut any more, but BP should be along to cut another one at some stage. So hopefully before I start ploughing them I will be. Now we're both here, we're still keeping early spring for the next episode, and I'll finish that bunker off next episode in this field, and the one after will still be early spring, and we'll be ploughing some more of these fields in and mucking them. I'm not going to sell the first seed until mid-spring. Mid and late spring is the main sell, and beet will probably go in early summer. That's going to be the last thing to go in, as is my won't. I prefer that in last and having a late crop of beet and take a chance that the ground won't be frozen. Oh, we're soon about to sell another load of bales of bull bales, by the looks of it. Oh, I do miss head track though on 15. Didn't realise how much I'd miss it when it wasn't there. Let's have a we can see how this goes. Still going. Yes, I think we have to call this one full. So we might just bring the next one down, fill this right up to the brim. Yeah, fill this one right up to the brim, and then we're starting the bunker. I hope you notice I haven't got the brake on any of these yet. We haven't used that farm bunker, I don't think, at all in this series. We might have used, we might have used it in an early one, but we haven't used it in recent months. And got the one at the dairy isn't anywhere near ready yet. That should keep us going for silage for quite a while, and if we've got too much I can always sell it. It's a nice day, a nice early spring day. I do like this trailer. It's just a job for this, but just not worthwhile us buying our own one because we don't do enough of silage work like this. while we do this. It won't be quite short as I thought. We do this. We finish that fermenting silo off. I think we should be on the last lap now for going round. I think I said it. Told Kylie to do 3 headlands, then start on the ups and downs. We've got a straight cut up, we've got a little bit here. I might look at my screenshot next. This should be fun, me trying to do. I'm not going to bother to take the rest of it off now. I don't think it's not really worth my while to risk it. That's it. You got it. We did 3 times round, and we've got come to 4 55,000 litre trailer loads out of it. This stuff is ridiculous for making silage with. It's actually better than pumping it back in the soil, especially when you've got plenty of muck. See some weeds are growing in there, they've been chopped down. Still there, but the roots are still there, but at least they're not as prominent as they were. Not by mistake, my technique. Almost one of my biggest fields, but as I forget what I'm going to put in here. I haven't really decided. I know we've got a lot of barley to go in yet again. And we have to double in, treble year on barley. Oh, I think we got done there. Where are they at? We could put one lot into the BGA, but if we decide to do the other half of this of 12, we will put it into the BGA. But my feeling is no, we'll play the rest in. Though I have got muck up here to put onto the field. Whether I've got enough, it's another matter. Right, an episode so far without me getting lost, hitting anything, or generally messing up. It's worrying. Right there. Got to make sure it don't come at the top. Well, that is going to be a lot of silage. It should keep the sheep going for a long time. That's just about it, I think. That's full. Right. What's that we're left with there? 710 litres. Well, I'm not going to bother to empty that out into a bunker where go back, top up again, and put the next one in the bunker, and that will be it. And I think we're going to put in one lot of maize silage too. But hopefully by the time that's ripe to go, we will have the bunker near the cattle free, and we'll put it in there. Good job with no traffic about on the old ridge. Although I'm getting more used to having traffic on. I don't know, where's he going now? Where is he going? Well, he's not going where I want him to, I think. I'm actually the wrong side of him, but there. So he's going to miss a lot, but it isn't going to matter. Because frankly, more we miss, the less I've got to try and cram in somewhere now. Oh, yeah, he's going up and down here rather than where I expected him to. Or she is, I should say. Oh yeah, it's going to be another long one. No, I never know how long what videos are going to last. You can see how well prepared I always am. Oh, it's not going to be as much left as I thought of getting rid of this lump. And before anybody say, yes, I could use the drive control match speed, but I'd not use it. Mainly because as soon as you get to a corner you have to turn, it breaks contact of the vehicle, so it's easier to keep it going like this. Right. Swing around here. Now I've got to watch the other side. Not used to running this side up her. Let's get my sectors sorted out. You think at my time of life I'd know by now. down 31,000. A couple more passes we should have enough. It won't take too many load of this to fill a bunker up either. And I think I will let you have the pleasure of watching me attempt to back into it. And that will be the finale of this video. So I know how much you enjoy seeing me struggle. Oh, I certainly want some muck on here anyway. So I better get some muck and plough in. It's going to be down this side we're going to fill, I would say. You can see how much volume there is in this crop. Off to see the farm side up. I may well just take the muck I've got heaped around on some of the other fields, put on there, and then take the rest of it just straight from the store. Just try not to go up the grass too much here. Not BP actually got rid of this bunker here. I think I used it as storage for other things in the past, but a bit further up than this. Not going to worry too much about leveling this off as we go. We'll have a good leveling session at the end. That should. Then I'm going to dump the first lot right at the back. Let's see how much we've got in there anyway. Yeah, we've already got enough to. If we compact it, already got enough. Right, but that I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like this show, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and kind of like the way I mess things up, think about subscribing. I'm always happy to have new blood. As Dracula once said. And with that, any comments, questions, queries, information, or anything else you want to post, feel free to put it into the comments section. I enjoy reading the comments, especially those who say how bad my driving is. I've got kind of used to that now. So with that, it's me saying cheerio from that end. Look at that. Just though I've been blaming trumpet, I haven't done anything awful today. There I go, running into a branch, because it's a bit taller, this trailer what I'm used to bring through. That's my excuse. And by golly, I'm sticking to it. So it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.